Hello, welcome to my balcony. I figured I'd make a video diary, video thoughts, just about what I'm feeling right now. Just put it out there, see what's going on. Just a little background about me. I've been on kind of a gap year in the sense of I graduated last year from school, from college, with a degree in fashion design, and I needed a break after that. That senior year of doing all my work for fashion design was one of the hardest years of my life. Work-wise, I loved the aspect of making the clothes and the aspect of just being able to do what I want, just be able to design what I want. It was nice to do that, but it was at such a quick pace and just felt like it was sincere, but it was just it took so much out of me. So I needed a creative reset. Like I hadn't done anything creative. What is it? March right now. I graduated in May. I hadn't done anything creative till like maybe Thanksgiving time, maybe even Christmas. It really sucked out of me, so it was hard to have my creativity pulled in that sense, if that makes sense. But as one does right after they graduate college and also just in their 20s, I was thinking about what the fuck I wanted to do with my life, where I'm going, what steps I want to take, because it was so jarring to see how the creativity and my senior year just took it out of me, to where I couldn't think about anything for myself, and it wasn't my own outlet anymore, which was kind of a hard thing because it's always been my outlet, just art in general. Anyways, what was I even saying? Oh, but I've recently been more creative, and I've been thinking about how I want to do what I want to do. What does that even mean? Who's to freaking say? But I want to do what I want to make. I want to make stuff. I want to put myself out there. I used to think that I didn't want my own brand, and I used to think I didn't want to make my own clothes because it's taken me a while to find my own technique and my own language to show how I create and my own style. It took me a while to understand what I wanted to make and understand how I fit into the clothes I make. And I think I found it. I think I'm starting to hone in on what I like to make and what I like to do. And it's hard to balance like making clothes for the sense of selling, just making clothes for the sense of making, and just making clothes for the sense of like for me or like for something. It's hard to balance that. I don't even know what I'm saying. I just felt like I had to say something, get this out of me. For a while after graduation, I didn't even know if I wanted to be in a creative field or like do a job with creativity in any sense, let alone in the fashion industry, because I don't know, I was just so drained. I was so, with like graduating, with other classes, with dealing with my senior collection, with dealing with X, Y, and Z, the trials and turbulence of college and new things, and everyone's graduating, everyone's lives are changing, everything's going to change, everything's going to be different. It burned me out. I truly was burned out. And I still feel a little burnt out. I still have flecks of it. I wouldn't say I'm fully back, but that experience, I was like, I'm just gonna live life to live life, and that's kind of what I've been doing. At first, my break after school was just supposed to be until the end of the year. I was just going to be there for the summer and then a little bit of the fall, but then I still just didn't feel myself after that time, and I was like, I need more time to become who I am and think about who I am with my art, with what I do, with what I'm wanting to do with my life, and with what I'm wanting to do just in general, whether that be friendships, relationships, where I see myself. Because I know been a sharp turn in society recently, and I'm feeling it as well, where I don't want to live to work. I want to have a life. I want to be able to do things, because that was one thing I did highly value and do a lot, was me having my own free time with my collection my senior year, being able to have a life. I've always valued that, is being able to have a life outside of, whether it's like college, whether it's outside of your job, whether it's outside of whatever. But I've always wanted some separation, in the sense of I didn't want to be only in, whether it's the fashion industry, whether it's like art school. I feel like when you are surrounded by the same people, you just get tunnel vision and you see the world as so small and so little, and like there's so much more out there to understand from different people, and it's so interesting to have connections in many different circles, many different groups. Like not all my friends are like based from art school. I found like a very tight knit group of friends where it feels like fate is the reason why we are friends, because how did we even do all of these steps to like get down to how we are friends? I don't know. It was hard balancing all that. So I don't even know what I'm talking about. Truth is, I'm at that like midnight high where I don't even know what I'm thinking. I don't even know what I'm saying. Everything feels revolutionary. Everything feels momentous. Everything feels new. I saw this one post one time that really spoke to me, where it was like, I love being awake from like midnight to 3 a.m. or like 11 p.m. to like 3 a.m. because I have no responsibilities. There's no sense of I need to do this. It's the time where I can fully let my body relax, let my body think, and everything feels possible for the next day. It's also the time of night where you're like, tomorrow I'm gonna restart my whole life. Tomorrow everything's gonna be different, and I'm gonna wake up at 5 a.m. and have my 5 to 9 before my 9 to 5, and we're gonna do freaking Pilates and freaking whatever, boots, and thought like that. I've had to pull myself out of thoughts like that. Time of night is like always been the time where I just set too high of expectations for myself, and that's just like a lot. But I don't know, it feels, this time of night, it's like a bittersweet symphony. Anyways, it's a little bittersweet because I have this deep need and urge to create and to just make and put things out there for people, for anyone. Just put my thoughts, my feelings, look out in life and just put it into what I make. But then it also is so I feel this urge to do that, but then I also feel this like need to do more, do better, do this, do X, Y, and Z, and I don't know how to achieve these goals that I have such a deep want to do. And it's also just like, it's coming up on almost a year since I graduated. It's March right now. Graduated in May last year. And this time has gone by so fast. I really just have been staying, working a minimum wage serving job, living with my closest friends, just like seriously living YOLO. And it's been great. But I honestly have been starting to feel a need to do more. And I have like these friends that I have connections with who have all started working. And I know it's like hard not to compare yourself, but like, especially in a creative field where like you feel like you put your like whole self in what you make, it's hard not to compare on what people are doing with it. So I'm being pulled in two different directions where I feel the need to like make what I want to make and not, you know, I want to be a shameless creator and just like do it and just fucking do it. But then I think about like then you have these like thoughts of self-doubt where I'm like, why do you think you could do this? And like, you should get a real job first and then like maybe do this on the side. But then it's like, I look up these brands I want to work for and I think about how it would be so great. And I'm like, I feel like I could do this. I find brands where I feel like this could be me. I feel like I could do this. I feel like I have something to say. And I feel this deep guttural need to say something. I don't know. So I think I'm gonna start. I think this is really just, and I think I'm just gonna start documenting it to hold myself accountable. I think I'm just gonna start creating again. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna make what I wanna make. I need to feel something lighting up inside me. I feel like I have this spark that's coming back and I feel like I just need to run into it. I, as of right now, plan to stay in where I am until August. So I think I'm just gonna take this time where I'm still working a minimum wage job, where I'm still working a serving job. I think I'm gonna take this time to just fucking go and just do it. I might be moving soon and that makes me feel like I should be focused on that, and then it thinks like I should have a job for them, but I just need to, I think I will regret it if I don't fucking do it. Because it's always, I have this always strong person in my mind that is like, oh, I'll do it later. It's like the like little lazy person in my brain that is like, oh, do this hard task later. Oh, I'll start my brand later once I have more time, more money, more stable, but when I feel like I just need to do it, I feel like when does anyone ever feel stable? I feel like that's not the time to wait to try something hard to feel stable on my feet. I have to lean into the fear, I have to lean into the stress, I have to lean into the unknown. And that's the hardest part. I have such a fear of the unknown, fear of change. It's hard for me, but I think I just need to do it, and I just need to have no shame, because literally who fucking cares? No one. So just do it. And I know I need to. I think it'll just be better for me. So I'm gonna try to start documenting and just have this as just a log of what I'm up to. Thought I just saw a ghoul. And what it is. I'm just gonna lean into it. I'm just gonna do it full force, no shame. Because who fucking cares? Just do it. This is the time to do it. I deserve to be doing this. So, that's what I'm thinking. Keep you updated. See you later.